Stop holding other people hostage to your existence. Now, before we get into this, I want to ask that you click like and share and drop where you are below in the comments. Let me know where you're listening from. I just want to let you know that this ain't about men or women. Okay. I have spoke on those things, but I don't feel like that's my mission to do. I'm not going to harp on those things all the time, every time. I'm going to let the Kevin Samuels of the world and the other women, is a lot of women getting on women and all of that stuff. I'm going to let them do that. I say what I say, and that's that. We got to stop holding people hostage to our existence. From the day you were born, if you can account, when you came out the womb, you came out by yourself. Unless you're a twin, a triplet, or whatever, then that's a different story. But we going to stick to the majority. A lot of us slide out the birth canal alone. So, guess what? This story is all about you, starring you. Everything in this life is about you. Your friends are about you. Your spouses are about you. Your parents are about you. Your life experiences are about you. And the thing that we fail to do today is take accountability for a lot of things. But let's get back to the whole nother people hostage to your existence. And this is what I mean. You know, a lot of times we get mad because we feel like people don't show up for us. And that's understandably so. But a lot of times the people that we expect to show up for us don't even show up for themselves. So if a person cannot show up for themselves, how can they show up for you? I brought up coming into this world alone because this life is about you. There's other players in it. They're playing their role. They're playing their role in your life for your experiences, for your understanding and your growth. But it's always been about you, because had it not been not about you, you wouldn't have came through alone. We get mad at people, and this is why we need to be in the moment. Cherish people in the moment and expect them to be exactly who they are. Let everything go. Don't hold anything against them, because you know at one time somebody wanted you to show up for them and you didn't. Now, it could have been because you didn't want to, could have been because it was ridiculous. There's a lot of stuff. You know, people be wanting you to get in the middle of shit you don't have no business being in. Let's be honest. Okay. But to them, it's serious. And to them, they need you to show up. But to you, it's like, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that, bruh. And you choosing yourself. I've had a lot of experiences. And a lot of times we would do ourselves justice if we just take accountability. I remember telling somebody, I don't regret nothing that I've ever been through. And some of the things I've told, they said, well, you know, you should. No, I shouldn't. I don't regret anything that I've ever been through. You know why? Because everything that I've ever been through cultivated and made me to be the person that I am today. It led me to not judge. It led me to forgive. It led me to let go. It led me to give broader understanding. And just because, now I don't want to get it twisted, okay? Because some of the things that I say sometimes might sound like judgment. No, it's not a judgment. It is what it is. Now, and I'll give an example. You might like to play in little kids' behinds. That might be your thing. But guess what? I don't jive with that. Now I'm not gonna judge you, because that's the life path you on. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna stay the hell away from you and keep my kids away from you. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not casting you to hell, because that ain't for me to do. But it's also for me to realize where you at in the world and keep it pushing. It's so many things we look at people, why they do this to us, why this, why that. But when do we ever take the time to say, what role did I play in this? Often we don't. Because there's always a way, even when you think there's not. If it ain't nothing but maybe you shouldn't have been at that place, maybe you shouldn't have entertained that person. It's always a way where you can hold yourself accountable and make the necessary adjustments. And then, even in that moment, if you cannot learn the lesson, what did you learn from that? Maybe it was just not to be like that person. Maybe it's to teach your kids what to look out for and what not to be. But there's either always something to hold yourself accountable for and to learn from. And oftentimes, actually, it's both. Let's be honest. The more that you begin to hold yourself accountable, the better your life will be. It's a lot of people, you will find your mind frame and the way you perceive things is how your world is. A lot of people go out, that person was nasty. What the fuck is wrong with them? They just got a bad attitude. Well, let me ask you a question. While you complaining about the way they interacted, did you ever stop and say, you know what? I'm so sorry. I don't know you, but it seemed like you going through something. How are you feeling? Are you all right? Did you take the time to ask them? Because it's a reason why people walk around kicking the can. It ain't just because they were born evil. It's not because they were just born with a bad attitude. It's a reason. But see, a lot of times we get in the way. We worried about us, how it made us feel. How about how that person is feeling? How about they don't have the strength at the proper time not to project what they feeling? How about if you are better in that regard, if you have passed that test and evolved past that, good for you. But how about your kind word to them can go a long way and might change the trajectory of their lives from this day forward just because they came in contact with you. See, I understand that people are flawed, and I understand that people have bad attitudes, and I understand that people have mental illness, and I understand there's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world. That I do understand. But when I walk out these doors, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not a lot of craziness I come in contact because that's not on my mind. That's not what I'm looking for, and that's not what I focus on. Now you can say I don't focus on that, and I'm just a victim, and everything happens to me, and I'm gonna allow you to believe that. I'm gonna allow you to have that. But I beg to differ. That's not it. We can argue that my life is different than yours, and maybe so. But whatever you've been through, it could have been hell and high water. You're going to have to heal from that, and you're going to have to let it go because holding on to it, it's like, how can you float? I want you to get in the water with a book bag and throw a bunch of bricks in it and try to swim. It's impossible. You cannot. You cannot swim, you cannot flow with a bunch of bricks and baggage and burdens on your back. You've got to love them, you got to learn from them, and you got to release them. It's okay to feel the pain, it's okay to feel the disappointment, it's okay to feel whatever you're going to feel. But after you get done feeling, you've got to process those things, learn what you need to learn from 'em, put them in their compartments and move on. Baby, it's always been about you. From day one, so many of us want to be celebrities, but we can't even be the celebrity of our own story. This is yours, baby. It's time to shine. Turn the lights on, put on some makeup, or if you're a man, I mean, don't, get your nice suit on, whatever you're going to do, and ride this thing out with your head held high. This is a thing that I have an issue with. We were taught, a lot of us that are black or African American or people of color, whatever you want to identify with for the sake of argument of this video, we were given religion and we were told we were wretched, and a lot of times we say that we say, Lord, I don't deserve it, I'm a wretch, I don't deserve it, but God. And that's so not true. That's why you walk around broken with your head hanging low and you're upset and you're miserable because you don't feel that you're worthy, and you were taught that. And it's time to reverse those teachings because they're all wrong. You are worthy. You are worthy the mere fact that you exist. If you were not worthy, if you were not important, you would not have life. You would not breathe breath. But your life and your journey is up to you. Yes, we all have destinies and we've got the free will to choose how we're going to get there. Well, we came here to do a job. And you can either do it kicking or screaming or baby, or you can just go with the flow and trust that everything is going to be all right because it will. Because what is in here is projected out there. That's why we came up with it. You're projecting on me. You ever seen somebody you in an argument with them and you don't even know what the hell this is about? And this ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't have nothing to do with this. But you realize they're projecting. That's because everything that they vision, everything that they see, everything that's going on in their mental, everything that they feel, all their experiences, they're pushing them out on you, and it has manifested into a verbal conflict. This is a real thing. We got to be careful of what we're projecting on others. And when we fall short, when your brother or sister falls short and they project it on you, give them a hug. And if you can't give them a hug, because we can't be touching people. I know people feel a certain type of way about the state of affairs that we're in. I don't feel that way, but everybody's different, and I respect how you feel. Ask them how they're doing. Trying to find a way of engagement to bring peace, to center their focus. You never know. When I go out, I hold doors for people, men and women. I say thank you. How are you doing? You have a wonderful day. I'm always greeting people, leaving them with an impression because that is my job. My job is to lead with love. That is your job. If you don't know who you are, let me tell you, I might not be able to tell you who you are because only you can discover that. But I will tell you one job you're here to do, and that is to lead with love. And you cannot love properly if you're always in judgment. Judgment and love don't go hand in hand. And you cannot receive if you're always in resistance. Because if when someone gives you some money, you say no, thank you. You're not receiving it, right? Because that's resistance. Stop being in resistance and always looking to receive. Stop kicking and screaming and complaining through life and want peace. You got to understand what you want, what you're looking for, and you got to get in that vibration. You got to get in that motion to get what you're looking for. And don't misconstrue judgment with not seeing people who they are. Baby, yes, he's a crackhead. And if you let him in your house 9 times out of 10, he's going to steal your shit because he wants to get high. Now, you're not being judgmental by keeping him out of your house. But I'm talking about those that walk around, ooh, look at her. Why she got them colors on? Why is she doing her hair like that? Oh, she must shave her hair. She a renegade. And this all of that is not necessary. Now, if you're doing an assessment to figure out, how you want to engage, fine. But you ain't got to tear people down. If you're doing that, that shows that you've got an issue on the inside. There's something lacking in you that you feel that you always got to gauge people. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. I have talked some shit in my day, and I'm going to probably continue from day to day basis. Do I go around attacking people? No. A lot of times the stuff that I've said because, you just, this person is damn ridiculous. And, but even with that, even with them struggles, sometimes I have to tell myself, you are not helping them by with what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Change that. Bless them. Send them a prayer and let it go. We got to be willing to check ourselves too, because even though what we are saying, what we are feeling might be true, it's not always needed. So I just want to stop here and say, I love you, and I don't even know you, but I love you because you're worth loving. You're worthy. And remember, this is your story and you're the author of it. And either you can kick and scream along the way, or baby, you can go with the flow. Because I promise you, if you go with the flow and have faith, I didn't say be stupid now. I said have faith. Your life will be so much better. Look at here. I'm having an event February 25th. Here, if you're in the Detroit metro area, I would love to see you. Please click the link in the bio or the link in the description. There's a link somewhere that's going to take you to Soul Speaking Neat and reserve your spot, because we've got amazing me and Natastically D have an amazing event for you, and we will have entertainment. We're going to enjoy good vibrations and food and fellowship, and we're going to give you some entertainment, and it's going to be a good deal. And I want to see you there. I want to see your face. That's right. So make sure you book that, and make sure you and make sure you comment. Let me know what you agree with in this video. Let me know what helped you in this video. Let me know what you disagree with in this video. And also, at that same link, make sure you subscribe to my new YouTube. It's totally different content. And follow me on social media. Go on through that link and discover and look me up. I'll be looking forward to you. I promise you, we got a lot. We've got a journey ahead. This is a journey, baby. And we're going to take one foot in front of the other. And we're going to go through the journey of the soul. This is our experience, and I want to share it together. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching.